And the Panthers have it at center. Here's Mitch Waldron. Tries the Al McInnes. That's stopped, though. Spaghetti got that one from the red line. Kyler Chalice goes back to get it in his own end. Reverses it to Walker Hinsenbergs. Spins away from Sekelic. And McDonald tips it to Hudgen. There's Robert Clark. He ducks a check from Zabo. Gets it into the zone. Pass didn't work for McDonald. And cleared away again by North York. Again, for you North York Rangers fans wondering if they had locked up fifth if they win this game. First, here's a rush. As Tiger McDonald rings it off the iron. A 3-on-2 set up there for the Panthers quite quickly. And now here comes North York the other way. Chris Sekelic in a foot race against Kyler Chalice. Chalice gets back in time. That gobbling up the rebound was Gottschalk, and it rolled just wide of the goal. The end-to-end rush there, both sides. McDonald coming close to tying it. Sekelic coming close to sealing it against his old team. The play continues.
Wow.
Very rudely interrupting my statement to North York fans as I was about to clarify me saying that they'd lock up fifth place, as obviously there's still a chance for the Junior Canadians to tie them at 68 points if they are to win this game against Pickering. However, if they were to end at 68 each, North York would win based on head-to-head, as they won 3 of 5 meetings with them, and they tied the other 2 against the Junior Canadians this year. So they clearly won the head-to-head matchup. Shot from the point by Dallas Carter is blocked in front.
We got a delayed penalty coming up behind the play.
And it's coming against
official behind the play.
Pickering here. It's coming 200 feet away from the Panthers' own net.
Yeah, this is a call you want with 3:11 left to go in a game that you're trailing.
Holding is the call against Davis Kuksis. There's just a battle down low in the corner, and perhaps kind of lost sight of them as they both went down against the boards. Kuksis grabbed his man trying to get back up. 3:11 and 2 minutes on the clock for power play time for North York. So the Panthers have a minute 11 to work with if they can kill this, to try and tie it up. If they can't get a shorty, back to the point it goes. Here's Hunt. He gets it through a screen. It's wide. It's wide of the goal. There's Zabo now has to chase it down into the neutral zone. Leaves it for Curry. His pass misses the net. Now Heber will have lots of time in his own zone. Kevin Ugin will shoot it the length of the ice. It's bouncing on goal, and Bagetta had to be careful. Zabo pass. Straight through the middle again. Waldron gobbles it up. Skates backwards into his own zone. Plays it off the glass to McDonald, who's alone at center. He's almost one-on-one against Zabo. He's going to sweep it deep in the end. Pass away through the middle of the ice. Sekelic gets the zone. Last second, the Panthers stick check a chance in the slot for Tyler Curry. He was winding up. McDonald's backhand gets out. And North York just checks up in the neutral zone. Sekelic again. Rings it around the boards. Far side here is Michael Morgan. Gives it back to Sekelic. He sends it back to the point. Tessier. Down low. Cross ice looking for Sekelic off the skate of McDonald to the point. Gentles. Battle for it in the near corner against Morgan. And now out and down by Hudgen. 20 seconds left in the power play. Jackaman gets help from Morgan to get it deep, and now Hinsenbergs puts it into the netting. And it's going to be outside the Panther zone for the face-off.
Well, with a face-off win here, the Panthers can all but finish off this penalty kill. As you mentioned, Alex, it'll be 71 seconds to try and tie this one up.
So Burlington has beaten Milton 7-4, so they've locked in the 3 seed down the Southwest. North York trying to book a date with Buffalo if they can hold on here. In the 4 versus 5 playoff matchup in the Southwest. Power play is over. Panthers still a chance to tie this one up. Robert Clark straight through center ice, gets the line, and Daniel Lowe was a fraction offside.
We've had a couple close ones here. Linesmen, I thought, may have missed a few earlier in this game, but Right here, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, that was a promising looking rush. It looked offside simply because Lowe was so far ahead, but he really dragged that back foot, and I think it'd be worth having a second look at that one as well, if you had the opportunity to. Hinsenbergs pushes ahead to Scarali. They get it deep. The net is empty for the Panthers. Scarali's the extra attacker with the top line. Clark, McDonald, and Hudgen. Hinsenbergs and Chalice are the point men. Battle is down in the near corner. 3 Panthers down there. They win it back to Hinsenbergs. His shot is through. It's tipped in front of the blue paint. They hack away at it, and it rolls into the far corner. Chalice down there. Tries to backhand it back out front. Someone played off the glass. It gets out. That might be on net. Chalice is in a foot race here, and he's going to lose it as North York's Louis Kiriakou runs the puck down and buries it on the empty net to finish this one off with 27 seconds to go.
Disappointing end to this one, Alex. Is the promising possession there with less than a minute to go. Pickering, couple chances out front, couple good shots on net, but in the end, North York able to bury that. Pickering's going to do a funny line change here off the faceoff. Nonetheless, this is the story of this Pickering season. Some promising looks, but in the end, some disappointment.
Chalice is simply flat-footed at the line, turning there against Kiriakou, who is with speed coming out of his own zone, and beat him to the puck.
And Chalice, a guy who's logged a lot of minutes this year and this game.
A stoppage here inside the North York zone, and
penalty coming here against Pickering.
Yeah.
Well, you think the referee just let this one?
Pickering perhaps one too many skaters on the ice here. Penalty bench is open.
Now, looks like we may have a bench monitor here. The referee isn't electing anyone to go to the box, just leaving that door open.
Now, it looks like Sardellis is here having a chat with the referee, and I think this is a simple too many men on the ice call, because the Panthers thought their net was empty, but the goaltender had gone back in, and they played with 6 as they had been previously, and no one really noticed until after a while. And so Sardellis is saying, hey, why didn't you tell us? The referees do notice before or just after the puck is dropped. They don't have to call a penalty. They can just send the player off the ice. But that was significantly after. Is this going to be on sportsmanlike penalty to Chalice in the end? So it wasn't too many men. So the Panthers simply having some words for the officials here near the close. So that will do it as North York just sits behind the net to close this one out. They win it 4-2. The Panthers chip one back in the third. But in the end here, Tyler, not enough after a flurry at the end of the second.
Yeah, tough game here with North York. Just having a fantastic 2 minutes there, really, in the second period. Other than that, just holding on the rest of the way against the Panthers. And for Pickering, a tough way to end the regular season home slate here. As they're going to salute the home crowd one final time here in the 2015-2016 season. And really a bit of a tough year to gauge, as there were a lot of changes heading into the season, a lot of changes along the way. But nonetheless, the MO remains the same. A lot of young players looking to continue to develop them and look ahead to the future, as 2016-2017 surely holds brighter things for this franchise.
Pretty much everyone on this team, save for Troy Paquette, theoretically could be back next season. There has been no commitments elsewhere, and a lot of these guys were new this year, coming up from the Durham region, have another year under their belts. Young guys, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, getting a year more a junior under their belt, and a year bigger, a year stronger, and this team ready to compete next year maybe.
Yeah, and